Hello guys and welcome back to the new video. So in this video we are going to see how the verification does. So far we have completed sending a mail to the user for a verification, and we also got this verification link. But if we click on this link, the value in our database, that is verified, should be turned into true. So this includes both front end and back end. So let's get started. As I've said, we need to include backend here to change the value in the database. So we are going to create another route here. So for that purpose, let's give a route here. So that route would be post because we are going to change that. So router dot post. Let's give this route as a verify mail, and I'll give this function name as a verify mail. So it will throw me error because this function has not been imported from anywhere else. So before importing, let's just define a function here. So below this update user, we can define our new function. So const verify mail. This will be the arrow function. Yeah, so we've defined the empty function. Let's just first export and then import. So verify mail, I'm exporting it. Now let me import here so that we will be get rid of this kind of error below in the console. So let's give here verify mail. Yeah, now the error will be gone. Server connected successfully, and yeah, MongoDB also connected successfully. Let's define this function now. As we are going to deal with database, this should be a synchronous function. Request and response function, and we'll have here the try catch block. Try catch block is absolute necessary because when we are dealing with database, there might be a few cases where there won't be any internet connection with the user, or there might be some error in your application or server side. So if something goes wrong in the try, it will catch that error. So let's define here. First we'll take a variable as a token detail. So that first we need to get the token from a URL, right? So if you see in our application, this is the token. So what we need to do first we need to collect this token from the front end and submit it to the back end where that token is to the user. So we'll be verifying in that way. So once section is done, you will be getting a complete detail how this will be working. So first I'm going to check in the database. So token, let me show you the database first. So this is a MongoDB, right? So this is a user's database. So whenever the user registers, they will be having here a records. But when they create, like when we submit and a mail has been sent, their token will be sent also stored here. So that it means the user has not been verified, right? We have a token. So if you check this, it has started with a $2 and end with er eprw. So if you check in the application also, we should be having the same thing, eprw, and starts with $2. So this token will be stored in the database and it will fetch and send a mail to the user. Now we are going to find that token. So token dot find one, and in this function we need to give this object. So here what we are giving is we are going to send the data from front end. So I'll send this as a request dot body dot token. And the next one, as we found the token value and search through our database, now we need to check if that token is there or not in our database. So token detail, so if the token is available, then what I need to do is I need to update the user, like in user database. Let me show you that. This is a user database. So in this user database, I need to update this is verified to true. So I need to change that value here. Let me change that user dot find one and update. So if you type, you will be getting many suggestions. So here you can give this find one and update. So here we need to send a id or something related to the user. So if we see in our database, we have a user id right here starting with 6377 ending with dfo. And if we check in tokens, will be having the same user id 637 and the tfo. So with help of this user id, we will be checking the record in our database, then we will be able to find. So once you find that, we'll be changing is verified to true. So let's do that here. So first I need to send an object that is a id, an id field, token detail. So if we found the token detail record, it will having a user id, right? So I'll be sending that user id only. And after that, is verified should be changed into true. So this is the first one. And once the verification is done and the is verified is also changed into true, we no longer need the token in our database. It just doesn't make sense, right? Once the verification is done and this is changed into true, then we don't have any reason storing the token in our database. We can just delete that. Instead of storing and having a storage occupancy, we can delete this token because the verification is done. So we can go ahead and delete this token. So how do we do that? We'll be having another await, and here token dot find one and delete. So find one and delete. Here also I'll send this. So here I'll send this token. So whenever it searches for this record having this token, it will delete. So request dot body dot token. And once this is done, let I'll send a response to the user to the front end. So rest dot send, I'll send a object. First one will be the success message, which will be true, and the second one will be this message saying that email verified successfully. So this we are done. We need to handle this catch block also. Here just will send a error, or we can also console log. So I'll just send a error. Success will be the false, and the message I'll be sending is, let me send some invalid token or something went wrong. Invalid token will be the good choice because something went wrong means it can be anything wrong. So we are done with the backend part. As we have done with the backend part, sorry, with the if is handled, else also we need to have, right? So else condition will just send this error, invalid token. Yeah, now the if else part is taken care and the try catch block has been taken care. Now what we need to do is we need to send token from front end to this backend. So we need to do that in the page. So if we go into front end src pages, and we need to create here a page called verified email. So once we do that, then if our application, we need to define with this route that localhost 3000 slash verify slash the token id. So we'll be doing that in our next part, the front end part, and there will be completing our verification.